Top of the morning to you all. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We are so happy to kick off the day with Pride of Erin. These dancers are going to wow you, and the youngest is only 4 years old. So, without further ado, please welcome Christy from Pride of Erin.
Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. I see lots of green, which is kind of ironic because we're at the Souderton Mennonite. And if you know anything about the Irish flag, the orange stands for the Protestants. I don't see any orange in here, but that's all right. I'm a good Catholic girl, so I'll take the green. But we're very happy to have you all here. We're very blessed that we've been able to come and join you. So we're going to get started. All right, we have, I'm thinking, I don't know, ladies, you got enough room up there or you want to come down here? It's up to you. I think, Sarah, you got to come down. What do you guys think? You guys okay up there? Okay. All right, so who's going first? So these ladies are going to show you some of their individual steps. We are a traditional Irish dance school, which is why you're going to see a lot of what's called Céilí. Céilí means group dancing, and it's a community event, so there's a lot of times where everybody gets up on the dance floor at the same time, kind of the way if we went to a dance. But these girls are going to do what they would do if they went to a competition. So if they went to compete against other schools, like we're Pride of Erin, if we went to compete against Fitzpatrick or McCade or whatever, we would have to have our own steps. So that's what they're going to do for you now. Rebecca. So in case you're wondering why Miss Rebecca is blinding us with her jewels and why everyone else is wearing pink and blue, the pink and blue is our school dress. That's what everyone usually wears when we come out to a community event so that we all match and we're all kind of coordinated. But I asked Miss Rebecca to wear her solo dress because everyone wants to see the fancy dresses, right? They're not as comfortable usually as a school dress, but Rebecca likes hers is comfortable, so she didn't mind. So it's not a hardship for her. But when they compete, they each have their own kind of outfit that they would wear for that, as opposed to our school dress, which some famous people that we have coming up next are going to be doing for us. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. So we have some hometown girls coming up now. Their grandparents are here, and you can thank them. You can thank them that we're here because they have been harassing me. Can we go to Saturday Mennonite, please, 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 please? All right. So Chloe and Livy and Sammy are going to do a special dance. And actually, this is not a standard dance. This is a dance that these girls constructed and made up. So it is a special event for you guys because you probably won't see this anywhere else. They're doing it just for you. All right, great job, ladies. Very good. All right, you're going to see some of our younger dancers coming up. And they're going to do a traditional Irish dance. It's called the Sweets of May. And the Sweets of May is a lot of our Irish dances are celebrations of something from Irish culture. So the Sweets of May is a dance that the Irish have a very strong belief in fairies, and they want to keep the fairies happy because they think fairies are responsible for bringing kind of like good things into the world. Kind of ancient traditions more so than, religious beliefs. But the fairies come out in May, and so this is a dance to celebrate the arrival of the fairies, which is a fun dance. And you're going to see, you probably noticed that we don't use a lot of our hands, right? We'll talk about that in a minute, but we will for this one. Cassie? Lily? All right, so in case you're wondering why Miss Lily's dressed a little different than Miss Cassie here, it's because we use our uniforms to kind of, oh, perfect. Yeah, you can come on up. Thank you, Sarah. So we use our uniforms to kind of make sure that everybody knows what dances everyone knows. Because when I say to Miss Sarah, can you go get the next dance ready, and she wants to do Sweets of May, she knows that two people in a white shirt are not partnered up because they're still learning some things, so they want to be with someone in blue. And if we're doing like a next level dance, which we'll do in a little bit, like the fairy reel, which is an intermediate level dance, then they might be in a dress like that, which lets us know that they can probably do it, but they should probably be with someone in an advanced dress. So you can see the different dresses let us know their ability, because we have locations in Holland, in Philadelphia, in Sellersville, and sometimes, like when we went to the parade, there's people from every class there, and they don't know each other. They've never seen each other before, and they have to dance together. So a blue dress will grab a white shirt, and they'll know, you come with me, because I feel pretty confident. A, we don't want to lose you at the parade, but B, we want to make sure you know what you're doing. And they'll just drag them through the dance if they don't really know it. So when you start Irish dance on day 1, if there's a show on day 2, you can come, because we'll just pull you around if need be. Cassie is actually Miss Lily's teacher. So we have it set up that our school is, as you advance and you get better at dances, then you teach the younger ones. And then the younger ones, as they get up, they'll start teaching the even younger ones. And so by the time you're getting ready to graduate and leave and abandon us, like Miss Sarah, who is Miss Piper's teacher, and Libby, and they're all just going to be graduating and going off to college. But that's okay. We're very happy for them. We're just sad for us. But we'll have to get more teachers. So get cracking, girls. All right. So Lily, you can stay. And you can stay. You can stay too. Rita and Piper. They're going to do something that we're not going to do much of today. Where's my friend that was at church this week? Do you remember what dance I said we never do? Do you remember were you at Saturday night Mennonite church? Remember I said the Irish dancers, everyone always thinks they're going to come and do a jig, but we don't do hardly any jigs. But there's a reason for that. I'll explain after. But they're going to do a jig for you, and that's a good thing, because it gives them a chance to come up and show their stuff. And then I can explain to you why we don't usually do jigs. And the reason Miss Sarah is there is not because they don't know what they're doing, but they can't start until a certain beat in the music, and some of them are still learning that. They have to start. Don't be offended. I know you know how to count yourself out, Miss Piper. But some of us just need a little reminder that you have to start on an 8 count. If I have any musicians here, you know. So Miss Irish just there to count. Hold on a sec, Miss Piper, come here. I know you all have as much energy as Miss Piper does here. You all are, and none of us would need hip replacements if we started kicking like that, right? We could all just, hold our own with Miss Piper, but you might be wondering why such a little tiny peanut is wearing a fancy dress instead of wearing white, right? Well, she found a loophole into Irish dance because she had a sister who danced, and she would just come and tag along, and before you know it, she's sneaking into class, even though she's just this little wee thing that should not be dancing. And so now she's been dancing for years, even though, how old are you?
8.
She's only 8. She's probably got like 7 years under her belt in Irish dance. Good job. So that's why she's in a fancy dress, as you saw from the giant kick. I'm going to guess fairy reel. See, I got the easy job. They're back there planning and plotting what they're going to do, and I can tell by how many girls are coming up. Oh, I said I would tell you why we don't jig. A jig is a type of music that was created by Irishmen, but when the English took over, they were not allowed to listen to their Irish music. So they had to listen to English music, which is mostly reels. And so most of the Irish dancing that developed through that time is to reels, because they would put on the English music, sneaky little leprechauns, and then they would do their Irish dancing, which is also why we don't move our arms, right? We keep our arms down, because the barn doors would be here, those old high barn doors, and the English soldiers commanded that they had the tops always open so they could make sure they weren't doing nothing in there. So they'd put on some English tunes, open the barn door, keep their arms down, and then get to Irish dancing. So we still do that as a tribute to the history. But when they do ceilidh, or group dances, they use their hands. All right, so they're going to do another dance that originated from a celebration with the fairies. It's called the fairy reel. This one, though, is in response to when it rained a lot. We're not talking about, like, Irish people now. We're talking about, like, the Druids before, St. Patrick and Christianity came to Ireland. So, the ancient tribes believed that when it rains really hard, which if you've been to Ireland, it literally rains every single day at some point, right? It'll stop and eventually get gray, but that meant the fairies weren't happy. And so this was supposed to help appease them. All right. Hold on one sec, ladies. So go back in your formation, please. So if you look, most traditional Irish dance is technically meant to be done with couples. However, this one's a little different. Raise your hand if you're dancing as a gentleman. Quite the lucky gentleman, huh? Because technically then, there's parts of the dance where you take your lady on the left and you do something, then you take your lady on the right and you do something. And if you notice, they're all in advanced dresses because, I don't know if you saw, there's a ton of different types of movements going on there. They do monkey chain. Go ahead, do a monkey chain real quick for them, where they gotta go through each other. They do something called a diamond in a square, where each person they kind of make a box and they have to go to a different location and switch. When we're teaching this in the beginner class, there's lots of collisions because you always have to pass in front of somebody depending on which side you're coming from. And if you don't know your left from right and you're trying to pass and you're supposed to be on the right and going in the front, it gets a little confusing. But so they did a fabulous job. I think I only saw one collision, but it was minor, so it's all right. All right, great job, ladies. Thank you. As we go and they dance, if anyone has a question or concern and you want to ask something, feel free, because after the show, people will come up to me and ask me questions, and a lot of times you're asking the same questions that someone else just before you asked. So if you're wondering about something, feel free to just jot your hand up, because someone else might be wondering the same thing. And we're here to kind of share our culture and heritage, so we're happy to explain why things go the way they do. So, all right. I'm guessing we're doing Walls of Limerick now. Walls of Limerick, if you know about Limerick, it's a city in Ireland. It used to be all kingdoms or territories, and all the kingdoms got united at one point. But there was one holdout, Limerick. Limerick did not want to be part of the United Kingdom of Ireland, and so they had walls built around their whole castle. And then they decided to, because they were probably getting attacked, they decided to join with the other kingdoms. And so when the walls of Limerick came down, this was the dance that was created to celebrate. And these dances have been going on for generations. This is not something new. We did not create any of these dances that we're doing for you, except they're solo dances. Everything else has been done for hundreds of years, which is a beautiful tradition. All right, now it's early in the morning. Well, not that early, but I mean, for me, I'd rather be in bed, but that's okay. You might be thinking this is our first show of the day, but this is our third, and it is our 14th of the weekends. So we have been very busy, and yet we still have all these great smiles on, right, Miss Leah? We have oh yeah, come get front row. We have a special treat here. We have a mother and daughter that are going to dance for you. We are grateful that Miss Steph comes dances with us because is Lauren here? No. She used to have a whole group of moms, and they all quit. She's our solo mom left, and we're so grateful. Maybe we'll round some of y'all up and you can join us. I don't know what your daughters are doing. I don't know why they're there every week. Well, now they don't have to be because, but they're going to do a two-hand for you. Is it real, right? Yes. Okay. I usually have my lovely assistant, my daughter, here to control the music, so I apologize if I'm running frantically around. But she didn't want to skip school today. I mean, it's just bad parenting, teaching her responsibility, I guess. But she is at Lehigh University, and she could not join us today. But we'll see her later for our evening shows. But these lovely ladies all have a little touch of the Irish flu, so they had to stay home from school, right? Oh, and while they're home, they might as well come out dance 10 shows, you know. So we have a special treat because these girls are going to do something we don't usually do. It's called a slip jig. It's kind of like Irish ballet. But we thought we'd show off a little for y'all. And we do it to a special accompaniment. So Miss Rebecca is not only a fabulous dancer, but she's going to play their slip jig for them. All right, whenever you're ready. wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. So sometimes when we go to competitions, the girls will look over, and if they see a fiddler there, they get a little nervous because it's harder to dance to actual music than it is music that I would play on the speaker, because you can hear the beat a lot easier in the music that's recorded. Sometimes the accordion player or the fiddler is you can't hear it as clear. So, but these lovely ladies. You guys got enough room up there? Don't fall off the stage. Yes, sir.
Who are Dick and Jenny Closey's granddaughters?
Let's see. What do we think? Or should we say who's the favorite? No, we won't do that. We won't do that. Because we can't, because Maddie's not here, so we can't. Oh, is she really the favorite? Uh-oh. There's a little tension there. We might want to settle later, grandparents. All right. So they're going to do a dance called the Three Tunes. Now, why is it called the Three Tunes? Because it is once Ireland and England came to terms and they were peaceful in Scotland, there's another type of dance called a hornpipe. So we got the jig, we already talked about, that's Irish, and the reel, which is English, and then the hornpipe, which is Scottish of origin. And this dance is the three tunes, so it mixes all three of them. So you're going to hear different kinds of music coming in, and the girls love this dance because it's the only time they get to get a little wild. They don't make any noise in Irish dance, well, except with their feet, but they're going to in this one. And there's 4 couples technically up there. You'll be able to tell which ones are the gentlemen real quick. And we'll talk about that later. Miss Sarah and Lizzie, if you'll notice, there's one part of the dance where Sarah, as a gentleman, literally claps in Lizzie's face, and like she has to look away. And then obviously the men are, thank you, are the ones that are doing all the screaming. No offense, gentlemen. Thank you. Good. All right. I am gonna, maybe some down here, you think? Or are you going down here? Okay. Oh, yeah. Wherever works for you guys, wherever you want to go. Stage? All right. I will scooch out. Whatever is easier for you. So these ladies are going to do a dance called the Siege of Ennis. Ennis is a town in Ireland, and this is from when the English and Irish would go back and forth fighting for control over this region because it had a lot of resources. And so when the final victory of Ireland won over the English in Ennis, this was the dance that was created to celebrate. You're going to see things that kind of like all the parts of Irish dance stem from somewhere. They have traditions, and so the dance begins with an advance and a retreat. That's part of like, you know, the kind of cue towards that it was a wartime dance. So they're going to do a dance called the Siege of Ennis, and I said that we don't do a lot of jigs, but this is a jig. Which makes sense that it's the Irish celebration of kicking the English out of the town, so they wouldn't do it to English music, right? Oh no, did I see a shoe? So my daughter is 21 now, but when she was 4, she started dancing. And who was it? Was it Elena's shoe? Yeah, all right. Well, sorry, Miss Elena. Where's her mom at? I'll let you know that when my daughter started dancing, if your shoe came untied or off during a performance, you had to write a paper about the importance of not by me, this was the director lady, the importance of responsibility and being prepared. And try telling a 4-year-old who doesn't know how to tie her shoe, you have to write a paper about tying your shoe. Craziness. But anyway, yes, Miss Grace and Larry, we are very happy. Your great-granddaughter and granddaughter, Chloe, wanted to do a special dance for you, as well as Libby and Chloe want to do a special dance for you. And hold on, let me find them. Where are they hiding? I see them. And Margaret's grandparents are here as well. So these ladies are going to do a special dance for their grandparents. And great-grandma. All right, if everyone wants to come on up, please. Oh, sorry, I should have said just stay. We want to thank you for having us here at your home. It's beautiful. We feel very excited that we got to share the day with you. None of these girls have to be here. I ain't paying none of them to be here, but they all wanted to be here. And we were just at Rock Hill Filling Station, which is lovely. However, they said, we can't wait to get to Southern Mennonite. So they were very excited to come and join you. So we want to thank you for having us. If there's any questions, I can answer them. I'll be around for a couple minutes while the girls get changed. But we hope you have a very happy St. Patrick's Day and a wonderful spring. It's coming at some point, right? All right. Thank you so much. I don't know if you need to give direction or anything.
Wow. I didn't expect to learn as much as I did today, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. The talent on this stage is immense, and we greatly appreciate you being here. And Christy, you can come back even when it's not St. Patrick's Day. We would love to have you all here again. Thank you to all of you for making it so festive, and thank you, girls, so much for coming today. Happy St. Patrick's Day.